let's just go ahead and treat this the way that it should be. Yeah! Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews. Hey there, collectors, it's Steven here, and welcome to another unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla Evolved. This one just came out literally the day, well, okay, so a good number of people actually got this if they imported it from China. The day that Hiya announced their Heat Ray Godzilla Evolved. Yes, after there was a good amount of other folks who posted reviews, got everybody hyped up to buy it. It arrived. Yep, now we got a 2.0 effectively announced, and there's a lot of context that I think folks are either missing or ignoring as to why this is upsetting to many. We're going to touch on that in just a little bit, but objectively, the beta test is here. Nay, I would say it would be an alpha build, and yeah, we'll go over that. So retail, if you're buying this in U.S. markets, is going to be about $50 or so plus minus shipping, handling, and tax. And the box is sunset, maybe because it's the sunset on our wallets and our sanity because we keep buying the original beta test version and we go on from there. So Godzilla is just kind of walking towards the sun, reminds me of the ending of a movie on the front of the box. The back of the box, just the promotional information for Hiya Toys, their address, stuff in Chinese that unfortunately I cannot read. Unfortunately, I did drop the box that caused some of the denting on it, which that's otherwise it would have showed up in perfect condition. The top and the bottom and the sides of the box are going to be just basically the same with the style guide, with really no problems there. And then now for me, let's just go ahead and sync everything up. And now, just to be honest with y'all, since this figure doesn't really matter anymore, let's just go ahead and treat this the way that it should be. Yeah! Oh, see, I needed to get something for the intro there, right? So, hands are over here, the figure's over here, and no matter how I splice it, even if I just, like, do that, I'm probably going to hit the hands. So, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. There we go. Okay. If you're going to use scissors, be safe with them at home. See, there are the hands. I thought it would have been such a really cool idea because I know some jimmies would have been ruffled and rustled, and some people would have been, oh, why did Steven? And then others would have been like, he knew what he was doing. So here's the figure. Okay, so there's no tape here. Let's go ahead and open him up. He does come with extra hands. Come on. The hands were a nice addition. I don't believe these were indicated to be included with the release originally, which I'm going to talk about that in brief, okay? So here's fists, which are really cool. And I got an idea, which I'm very glad maybe I do. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, so yes, we have Godzilla Evolved here. All right, so let's bring him out. You can pause if you would like to see if anything falls off. Generally, we have a good history of that not happening. But here we go. Chewed up bubblegum dorsal plates. You gotta love it. Yes. And now with that, let's go ahead and zoom in so we can see his grandpa dentures a little better. No, I'm sort of kidding. Open. There we go. Good crack there. All right, so while we're looking Godzilla over, you know, as it definitely has been noted, they did just announce a Heat Ray version of the figure. And the argument is don't get upset because we knew a Heat Ray version was coming. Everyone knew a Heat Ray version of the figure was coming. All right, I think everyone who's been in the game, maybe just those who are terminally online, which is an argument some have made anyway, knew that a Heat Ray version of the figure was coming, okay? Here's the problem. They dropped the Heat Ray version, like I said, pretty much as soon as a lot of folks got the original release. A good amount of folks, at least when it showed up on their doorstep, or at least after their order converted to shipped and the money was taken out. So it's not like they could have canceled their order. But the point is it's not just a heat ray version. It's more so an updated, a 2.0, a renewal version, which you're probably going to say, if you're against that idea, Steven, you just made a video about Tamashii Nations and doing that. The problem is compounded. It's the minutia of that. So Hiya delayed this to make updates, right? To change some things, including adding this weird movable dorsal plate, which, I mean, cool. It's a neat gimmick, but whatever. They delayed this figure to change some things, right? Even at the time of announcement, we knew a heat ray version was coming, right? Okay. So they delayed this figure to make so many updates. Then they finally release it. They don't stick the landing because there are quite a few things that are not great with this. And then when people get this in hand, they say, we're not only going to do a heat ray version with improvements, but we're also going to make the normal head not entirely atomic. Like, he's got normal eyes and stuff, and his mouth isn't puke colored. And that's the joints are fine. Yeah. Dorsal plates, you've seen them, which c'est la vie. And what do I think of this here? So that's kind of where we're stopping here. I'm sorry if it's kind of a downer, so to speak, but it's hard to be excited for this when I pull the trigger at, the $68, I think it was, to get this shipped to me, right? I get it in hand. The delivery driver was clearly smoking something, by the way, pulls up, drops it off on my doorstep, and I look at my phone and I see a 2.0 of this mold announced. And here's what the pisser is, right? I'm going to cap this video off by saying, don't buy this. And I don't mean that as like, that's my thoughts on it. That's my suggestion. I don't give advice. Let me be clear. I'm just encouraging not to buy this. I don't think this is a good product. Oh, don't watch the review then. And here's the reason why. You can say that you like this if you have it. You can say, here's why I'm saying don't buy the vanilla one here. Okay? You ready? And if you don't know what that means, wait till the review. Thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, it needs to be said, and I think I'm going to say this one more time in the actual review. Obviously, you can buy whatever you want. Nobody can tell you otherwise, so on and so forth. Yes, we do have people who actually need to hear that because I don't know what's wrong with them. But anyway, yes, I don't get this one. Wait till later. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested, of course, links will be in the description. But that's it. Pooh on them fans. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.